Marcus Aurelius once said you have power over your mind, not the outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Many people believe that Stoicism is a philosophical idea that is all about accepting hardships and trying to stay calm under the most pressing situation. However, the wisdom of Stoicism goes way deeper, and today we will help you understand how you can enhance your mental acuity and cognition by practicing Stoicism in your life. Embrace Amor Fati, love your fate. Stoics are strong believers of Amor Fati, which is the Latin word that translates to love for one's fate. This perspective gives us the idea that you should accept your fate and not fight over things that are not in your control. Now, some people might think that it is counterintuitive. However, it is important to understand that sometimes you have to give in and accept something as your fate. Instead of wasting your energy and time battling the inevitable, Stoics recommend that one should channel their energies into mastering what they can control. We live in a world where we are told to fight for everything, and there are many people out there who would blame you for not putting in effort. But as a rational and logical human being, you must understand your circle of influence. If something is in that circle, then you should do whatever is in your power to work things out. However, if it's not, then it is simply a waste of time. This focus on the present moment and what's within your circle of influence allows you to have clarity in life and in return helps improve your decision-making power. Negative visualization. Prepare for the worst. One of the best ways to train your mind is through negative visualization. Now, don't get this wrong. We are not telling you to become a pessimist. Negative visualization is different from being a pessimist, as Stoics say that it is a mental exercise where you anticipate things going wrong before they actually go wrong. By adopting this practice, what you are doing is that every time you imagine an upcoming challenge or anticipate a setback, you are enhancing your mental capabilities to react whenever a contingency arrives. This doesn't mean dwelling on negativity, but rather developing the mental agility to adapt and find solutions even when things go off script. Furthermore, by imagining worst-case scenarios, like losing your possessions or relationships, you are practicing detachment and getting back the power that you have given to external factors. This is extremely important, as this exercise will help reduce the anxiety about the future and strengthen your mind in a way that is ready to deal with whatever may come. Memento Mori. Remember your mortality. Our time on this planet is not infinite, and this is a very important reminder that can help us channel our thoughts and energies into perspectives and things that truly matter. Remember, practicing Memento Mori doesn't mean you have to make all your fascinations morbid, but it is just a powerful reminder of the preciousness of time. Knowing that our days are numbered compels us to prioritize, focus on what truly matters, and avoid wasting time on trivialities. I should tell you that do not overdo it, because sometimes thinking about mortality might push some people into a constant state of depression. However, it is important to understand that your time here is limited, and you have to train your mind in a way that it focuses on important things. Learn to prioritize stuff in your life and see how it transforms your overall well-being. Seek diverse perspectives. Practice skeptical inquiry. Stoics are very hard on taking different perspectives before forming a conclusion. To bring things into perspective, here is a quote from Marcus Aurelius, who said that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. So, in Stoicism, there is no space for the blind acceptance of any dogma. They encouraged questioning everything, examining evidence with a critical eye, and actively seeking out opposing viewpoints. This open-mindedness and commitment to truth, even when it might get uncomfortable sometimes, expands your understanding, challenges your biases, and leads to more informed and intelligent conclusions. We live in a world where opinions, thoughts, and perspectives are constantly being thrown at us through different channels. If we start believing in anything and everything that is told over the internet, then it is the perfect recipe for juggling up our thoughts and clouding our judgment. So the only way to enhance our intelligence and judgment capabilities is through seeking new and varied perspectives. Be skeptical about everything and look for the answers yourself. Practice active listening. Speak less, listen more. Don't just hear to answer, but listen to understand. This is a principle that has been long forgotten. Nowadays, what we all do is talk and talk, and even when someone else is talking, we don't engage ourselves in listening to their thoughts and perspectives. Instead, we wait for our turn to speak. In Stoicism, true intelligence isn't about listening, but understanding. Stoics emphasize active listening, which means focusing on comprehending what others are saying before formulating a response. This deep listening not only fosters meaningful connections, but also exposes you to new ideas and perspectives. You learn to read between the lines, and sometimes it will help you understand the real situations, even when people try to hide them under the cover of their beautiful words. So, one of the best ways to enrich your cognitive landscape is through active listening. Reflect daily. Journaling for wisdom. There isn't a better critique of you than thyself. Stoics are big on introspection and self-reflection, and the practice they recommend is journaling. Although Stoics are not the only ones to recommend journaling, they encourage it as they believe it to be useful to examine one's thoughts, actions, and motivations. Journaling also helps in identifying areas for improvement and learning from past mistakes. This introspective practice allows you to understand your own biases, refine your thinking, and make conscious choices aligned with your values. Stoicism is all about understanding yourself, and journaling can help you achieve that, as it is written proof of how your thought process works. Once you know your thought process, only then you can make changes that will enhance your intellectual capacities. Embrace continuous learning. Never stop growing. Read any philosopher and you will find them preaching about the importance of growth through continuous learning. Stoics take this one step ahead, as they believe education to be a lifelong journey rather than a means to an end. In these days, education has merely taken the form of a means to earn money. People gauge its importance by evaluating how much you can earn through it. However, Stoics had a whole different regard for education. They actively sought knowledge from diverse sources, constantly challenging themselves to learn and grow. What they understood is that the commitment to constant learning keeps your mind sharp, expands your cognitive capacity, and equips you to navigate through this ever-changing world around you. So, educate yourself if you want to enhance your intelligence. Control your emotions. Reason over reaction. There is no doubt that emotions are natural, but letting them take over your whole mental ability and making these emotions your thought process is one of the worst things one can do to themselves. According to Stoics, your emotions shouldn't cloud your judgment. Not everyone has a natural control over their emotions, so the Stoics developed techniques to manage their emotions properly, ensuring they didn't dictate their actions. One of these techniques is taking a view from above, in which you do not dwell over small things and adopt a broader perspective. Such emotional mastery allows you to think clearly, analyze situations objectively, and make rational decisions even under pressure, which is a hallmark of true intelligence. Practice virtue. Develop your moral compass. Living life isn't about fulfilling our emotional and material desires, but the whole aim is to live a virtuous life. Similarly, Stoicism is more than just intellectual exercises. It's about living a life that has some meaning. To achieve a level where you become a valuable human being, you have to develop a sense of morality and a compass that guides your actions. No doubt cultivating traits like justice, courage, truthfulness, wisdom, patience, and temperance makes you a better person. When you adopt all these virtues, you not only are striving towards a higher form of humanity, but also putting positive energy out there that sharpens up your mind as well. You might ask how being virtuous equates to being intelligent. The answer is simple. Making ethical choices requires critical thinking, empathy, and the ability to see the bigger picture, all of which are a sign of higher intelligence. Live simply. Focus on what matters. Stoicism is all about living life simply and focusing on what matters the most. According to the Stoics, humans were not supposed to live a materialistic life and spend their whole lives chasing a higher social status. Thus, they preach for a simple life focused on genuine relationships, meaningful pursuits, and personal growth. This frees your mind from the clutter of desires and distractions, allowing you to concentrate on what truly matters, be it intellectual pursuits, creative endeavors, or simply appreciating the beauty around you. And when you think of it broadly, you can see that someone who is busy fulfilling their material desires will not be left with much energy to focus on themselves. And without a life of self-reflection, you cannot enhance your capabilities, be it mental or physical. So be aware of yourself, live a simple and meaningful life, and strive toward a rational instead of an illogical and meaningless life. That was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel to watch more of our content. We appreciate active engagement, so let us know about your feedback in the comments section below. Bye.